Hello all. I want to talk about factoring difference of two scores. Suppose if you have sum A, let me change color, sum A to the second power minus sum B to the second power. The factored form of that, and we know this as difference of two scores because something minus something, this equals A or first term plus B times A minus B. And hopefully you can memorize this really quickly because it's going to come really handy. Let's have just a few examples. Suppose if I want to factor, factor, say x squared minus 100. Okay, so notice that this is the same as saying x to the second or x squared minus 10 squared. Ooh, now I can factor this. So this equals x plus 10 times x minus 10. Let's try another example. Suppose I want to have a to the second minus 25. Okay, I can rewrite this as a to the second minus 5 to the second. So now I can factor this as a plus 5 times a minus 5. Now, sometimes it so happens that there's a greatest common factor between the two that we need to pull out first. Here's an example. Suppose I have 2x to the second minus 50. Okay, notice that there's a factor of 2 in both of them. So first I'm going to factor the 2 out. Now I have x squared minus 25. And I can rewrite that as x to the second minus 5 to the second. And now I can factor inside of this parenthesis. And so this equals 2 times x plus 5, x minus 5. Let's do another one. Suppose I want to factor 3x to the second minus 27y to the second. Okay. So first, I'm going to factor out the 3, which is my greatest common factor, and rewrite this as 3 times x to the second minus 9y to the second. Now I can rewrite what I have inside of the parenthesis, 3 times x squared minus 3y squared. Now I can use my formula for difference of two squares, and this equals 3 times x plus 3y times x minus 3y. Okay. And one last example. Suppose if you were given something like x to the fourth minus 16. Okay. So notice that I can rewrite the first term as x squared to the second power minus 2 squared, which is a 4 to the second power. Now, I can factor these two. The first term, x squared, plus second terms, 2 squared, which is a 4, times x squared minus 2 squared. Okay. And notice that I have difference of two scores here again, so I can continue. Here's my x squared plus 4, and this becomes, the second parenthesis becomes x plus 2, x minus 2. So at this point, I had students in the past that they asked me, I can rewrite any number in terms of square. So here's what I mean. Suppose if you have x squared minus 10, you probably notice that, hey, even this, although 10 is not a perfect square, I can rewrite this in terms of x squared minus square root of 10 squared. So can you factor that? And the answer is absolutely. You can factor that to x plus root 10 times x minus root 10. Absolutely. You won't see this very often, but if you see it now, you know how this is done. Let me know if you have any question. Thank you.